Okay.
Okay, thanks, Kristen. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the special council meeting of Wednesday, January the 8th, 2025, and we're being streamed live. I'll call the meeting to order at 2 o'clock, and I'll start with the land acknowledgement. We are meeting today on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Huron-Wendat, Anishinaabe, and the Haudenosaunee peoples. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and the natural resources contained within. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We would also like to acknowledge the Mohawk and Algonquin nations whose traditional and unceded territory we are gathered upon today. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. So first on the agenda, I need a motion to approve the agenda for the special regular meeting of the Council of the Municipality of Marmorn Lake for Wednesday, January the 8th, 2025. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Eric and Jane, any discussion on this agenda? Being none, all in favor? That's carried. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? Being none. Next is the staff report regarding the emergency water treatment plant server replacement. The recommendation is that council receive the emergency water treatment plant server replacement report dated January the 8th, 2025, and that council approve the use of up to $50,000 for this capital replacement as proposed in the 2025 draft capital budget to be raised through water and sewer user fees prior to budget deliberations and approval. And further, that council approve the sole source supplier, Aramosa Engineering, to provide the replacement and complete the project as outlined in the attached work proposal dated July 26th or 25th, 2024. Can I have a mover and a seconder for that recommendation? Jane? Second. Mike? Any discussion or questions? Go ahead, Jane.
Because this was brought on by a power outage, is there an insurance that we can call upon?
Victor?
Well, we do have backup generators here in place, Jan, and we also do have UPS backups for the computers. This actual UPS on this computer was replaced in actually June of this year. And for whatever reason, when the power blipped, it didn't hold. So that's why it did what it did. But we've looked at getting a new UPS for it as well, which is minor cost. But yes, everything is in place for that.
Okay, but do we have I don't know what the term for the insurance is. I used to have it when I had my business and all my computers. Do we have insurance that covers computer problems and where the computer or the server needs to be replaced?
You mean insurance as in money?
Insurance as in money.
That would be a question for Nancy, I believe.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Yes, we do have insurance for that kind of stuff. I mean, it's an avenue that can be looked at, but I'm not sure with the age of the equipment.
Exactly.
That would be probably an issue there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Victor. Mike?
Your backup UPC, do they not provide insurance through them if something like this happens and their equipment fails? Some of those things, if you're using their UPC and it fails and your computer crashes because of them, they cover it, or they cover some of it.
You're talking about the UPS, Mike?
UPS? I thought it was UPC. Sorry, Vic. You're talking about the power backup, right?
Power backup. Just it maintains the power for a brief period of time, just while the generator switches over. Yeah. I don't think there's any coverage for that.
Okay.
Any further comments, Eric?
Vic, maybe you can just speak for public information on some of the advantages and improvements that replacing this system will have, that it's not just a direct replacement, it's also an upgrade at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of an ongoing project. Like the public, you said, probably sees SCADA on the budget all the time. It's this equipment's always needs to be upgraded because the technology always changes. When we were doing our PLC upgrade, in last year, which started in 2021, but because of COVID was delayed till then, the reporting part of the upgrades could not be completed because the version that is currently on this computer here right now was not compatible for that. So once this is done and upgraded, then we'll have a more up-to-date reporting system on our SCADA.
And just for information, this was something that was identified within asset management already, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that in asset management, all that computers and stuff, I had them at 10 years of useful life, and that's the norm for, I would say, for computers.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Mike?
Yeah, when I was talking to Victor earlier in December about budget and things like that, at that point in time, he mentioned that this was going to be on his budget going forward this year anyways. So instead of doing it, if it was part of the budget, it would have been done in whenever, June, July. Now it's got moved up by a few months, but I know at that point in time, he had that on his budget for going forward this year anyways.
Thanks. And Nancy, just to confirm, this is no impact to the taxpayer, correct?
Correct. This is all covered by the rates with the water and sewer.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions? Ron?
Just a question to Vic. How do you ensure, Vic, a lot of this stuff's over my head, so I'm not pretending that it isn't, but how do we ensure this doesn't happen again with the power failure?
Well, I guess really we can't really ensure that. We have safeguards in place, like our backup generator and the UPSs and that, but being the age of the computer, like it is actually still working, but it's got a continuous beep, and we're not touching it until we have a backup in place for it, which will be tomorrow morning. So, moving forward,
do you feel confident then that this upgrade will kind of look after any power failures we have in the future?
oh yeah, like once this is completed, we'll be in decent shape again for another 10 years.
Okay. Thanks.
Good. Thank you. Anything further? Any further discussion or questions? So I'll call the vote. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Thank you for the report, Vic.
You're welcome.
Next on the agenda is the confirming bylaw. Bylaw number 2025-3, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the special regular meeting of council held on the 8th day of January 2025. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Ron and Mike, any discussion on the bylaw? All in favor? That's carried. Need a motion to adjourn, Ron. Second. Mike. All in favor? That's carried. Thanks, everyone. That